Y'all. So I'm sitting at work, right, completing a case. And on, at my job, like one of the requirements is when we complete a case, we got to put our time stamp and our initials there, like the exact time that we are documenting the actual case that we're about to put our case note in to save it into the system. And so I noticed that once I put my initials on there and once I was going to document my time with the timestamp, it said the actual time said 143, like 1:43 in the afternoon, 1:43, right? And so as soon as I seen that, I was like 143. And then it just reminded me of back in the days when we had those beeper pages, y'all. You remember those beepers we used to put on our hip, okay? And instead of just writing out the whole thing, we would just type in the number 143. Like if we wanted to tell somebody we love them, like I love you 143. I is one letter, love is four letters, and you is three letters, 143. And so I was like, and then the next thing when I looked at the thing again, because I had to drop another note, it said 144. And so we already know, y'all, that I had made a video the other night and I was saying how it's time to count up. Like in order to go high, you got to go low. In order to count up, you must count down. And so the time went from 143 to 144. So that means God is saying count the time, right? Not only count up the time, but count up the cost. Count up your blessings one by one, but count up the days, the times, count up the cost it took you to get from there to here, like right now in this present moment. And God is saying that I don't know who this word is for, because this word could mean so many different meanings of love, right? We already know it's only one true love, and that's the love that God gives us, that good agape unconditional love, right? But this word may be somebody that's in love, or it may be for someone that love is going to come for you, right? Maybe you're not in a relationship right now and you're desiring to be married. You're desiring it to do it God's way. You have the desire in your heart to be a husband or a wife, whatever that is, right? We already know that love comes first from God, right? And then if it's in God's will, God will put us with our kingdom ordained spouse. Not nobody that we picked when we was living in the world and they just wasn't for us. Maybe they're a prodigal, right? Maybe they're a backslider, but you're not together with them right now. I don't know what it is. Or maybe you're not in a relationship right now, but you want to be in a relationship. You want to get married the godly way, right? The way that God talks about in the Bible, right? The way that Paul talks about, right? In the Bible, but you don't know who your person is. God has not yet revealed that, but God has promised you kingdom marriage. Listen, this word is for you, okay? So maybe you somebody who's like truly elevating in God, right? And God is calling you closer and closer to him so that you can receive the love of God, right? The love of Christ in a more deep and intimate way, right? So that you can know what that love is and what that love feels like. And maybe this word is for somebody else, right? On the other side of love, who's waiting for God to release them into a kingdom marriage. Okay, 143, and then the clock turned to 44. And so for me personally, 44 is like a number of open doors and creative miracles. We already know that we're in the year of open door. Like we have stepped into the year of open doors. Not just open doors, but closed doors. Like God is closing doors that no man can open, and he's shutting doors that no man, and he's opening doors that no man can shut. So he's closing doors that no man can open, and he's shutting doors that and he's opening doors that no man can shut. And so our new year began in September, right? Prophetically, right, on the Jewish calendar, right? Our new year began in September. And so we've walked into the threshold or the hallway of beginning to walk in those open doors where God is closing doors that that no longer suits us, and we're walking into those opening doors that God has for us, right? And the way that God does it is his way. We know that God does it in miracles, okay? God is releasing miracles, signs, and wonders in this season, right? And miracles, signs, and wonders follow those who believe. And I'm speaking as in a sign right now. I'm coming and I'm speaking as in a sign. I'm coming as a sign. Like God is showing us the signs. We have to pay attention. And so that is one of the many ways that God speaks to me as far as like numbers or whatever like that. But 143, y'all, somebody is telling somebody, I love you. Maybe somebody is not actually literally saying it, like calling somebody on the phone, telling it to them or telling it to their face, but in spirit, somebody is telling you that they love you. Maybe they can't get to you, right? Maybe they don't have your number. Maybe God has disconnected y'all for a season or for a few years or whatever, or for a few months. And it don't necessarily have to be a kingdom marriage. It could be a friendship, right? It could be a relationship where God has separated you from a particular person for a particular reason, for a particular season, right? For a particular time. And they are communicating with you, right? In the spirit, they letting you know in the spirit, heart to heart. Like, you know what I'm saying? So our spirits be connected with the spirit of other people, right? And you know, we know them by their fruit, right? We know if it's spirit that is of God and the spirit that is not of God. But this particular thing I'm speaking of, it is of God. And so this particular person may be connecting with you in the spirit, right? Telling you in the spirit that you love, that they love you. Or maybe you're speaking in the spirit to this person and you may not even know who your kingdom spouse is. Or you may be yearning for new friendships, right? God is sending that love your way, whatever that love looks like for you. God is sending it your way. And so now is the time to continue to do what you need to do to prepare yourself. You're in a preparation mode. So you got to do what God is calling you to do in this season to prepare yourself to receive the promise of love that God promised you, whether it's going to come in friendships, whether it's going to come in business ships, partnerships, a relationship that leads to marriage, okay? Because we not putting ourselves in relationships where we just somebody boyfriend or somebody girlfriend and ain't no commitment. That's not of God, okay? And so God is sending it your way. Or maybe he's just calling you, like he's doing all of us, calling us into a deeper intimacy with him. God is saying he loves you. Come close, come close, come close, come close, my child, because I want to reveal my deep love that I have for you. Listen, God is speaking, okay? And I'm learning to be more obedient, right? And more in tune to the Holy Spirit and to release what God has given me in the time that he's giving it to me to release. Because a lot of times I'll be like, should I release that now? Is this like a now word? Or God is saying, baby, release, okay? Stop holding on to words that people need. I'm guilty of that. Listen, right hand to the man. I'm guilty of that. I will hold on to a word because I be not knowing. I don't be knowing. Now, it be sometimes when I know, release this word. But it be sometimes when I be like, God, I don't know if this word is just for me. If you want me to just hold on to it and sit in it and meditate on this word. Or do you want me to do that and also release it to the people because it's for somebody else too? Listen, this word is for somebody, okay, on today. It's for somebody. It's for somebody. Receive this word, right? But first of all, take it to God. You can receive it if it resonates with you, but take it to God, okay? And take me to God, period. Period. But I know I heard from the Lord. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.